Look at this picture that we have from the Michigan State campus in the hours after the shooting. You can see that young man there who's highlighted on the right side of your screen. He's wearing an Oxford Strong sweatshirt. Oxford, that's in reference to Oxford High School, which is near Detroit, where, as many of you know, a gunman killed 4 students and wounded 7 other people just 15 months ago. That student says he got the T-shirt at a fundraiser, but underscores the gut-wrenching reality that Adrian was just referencing there, that some of these people, some of these students have now survived not 1, but 2 mass shootings.
For me, the most haunting picture of last night was watching the cameras pan through the crowds and seeing a young person wearing an Oxford Strong sweatshirt. The sweatshirts that were handed out after those kids lived through a school shooting 15 months ago. And we have children in Michigan who are living through their second school shooting in under a year and a half.
Joining us now is one of those students, a student who's been traumatized by the mass shootings, both at Michigan State and at her high school, Oxford High School, Ava Ferguson. Ava, I'm so glad you're here with us this morning. You're so young. You're my little brother's age. He's a freshman in college as well. And I know you had been this was your Oxford High School was your high school. You've only been on this campus for a matter of weeks, and now another shooting has happened. What was going through your mind?
I was flabbergasted, to say the least. After Oxford, they said that this wasn't going to happen again, that we were going to be safe going back to school. And that's just not the case. The other night, I was in shock. I didn't think it was real, honestly.
Did you know any of the victims?
At Oxford, I did know Madison a little bit, but at MSU, I did not know any of them.
Did you get an alert from, were there similarities to how you were alerted? Did you get anything from the school? Was there a mass alert or anything that went out?
There was an email that went out to a lot of the students who had signed up for the Safe MSU app.
Ava, what's it like to be on campus, to have to call your parents again to talk about what those messages that you're getting from officials, what you're seeing on social media and hearing from your friends about all the cop cars that were on campus?
It was like traumatizing all over again. I'm still a little shaken up by it. At the time, we didn't know any information. I didn't know where the shooter was. I thought I was in imminent danger, and yeah, it was just horrifying.
Are you going to see someone?
Pardon?
Are you going to see someone, like a counselor, or talk to someone?
Yeah, after Oxford, I was going to a therapist for a while, and then I stopped. But right now, I actually am seeing a therapist.
You are. So listen, here, this is what the text message from the school said. Well, the protocol, I think, is to run, hide, and fight. What do you think of that guidance? Because there were people in a classroom and someone was knocking on the door. They didn't know if it was the police or not. But what do you think of the guidance that you got and that you're getting from in these situations?
I think that those are very, what's the word? Understandable, good things that you should be doing. It's really important to not shut down and to save yourself and to fight for everyone around you and not let someone like that get what they want, essentially.
And I just want to talk about how amazing you are and what you've been through, because not only did you have the shooting at your high school and you just experienced this one at Michigan State, you're also a cancer survivor, and you'd only been at campus a few weeks. This is supposed to be one of the most exciting times in your life, that you're going to college. You have this big moment. You've accomplished that. Do you feel like the system has failed you, given that now that this has happened to you twice?
100%. There should have been laws made years ago when Sandy Hook happened, and it never did. And I feel like now's the time people need to start realizing there is people dying every day because of gun violence, and something needs to be done about it.
Absolutely. Ava, you're really brave, and we're really glad that you came on to talk about this, because you're right that it's unfair that you've gone through this, And no one your age should have to go through this. No one should. And we're very glad that you came on to talk about it, though.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ava.
Thank you. Not once, but twice. And she's not the only one. There are others who have gone through it more than once. Look, I can't imagine what I would do in the situation. We were asking each other, would you open the door if there was a knock and they said, it's the police, let me in? I don't think that I would trust that, even though they might be there to save me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine being in that situation.
You know, and she's so young. My little brother just turned 19. They're the same age.
Do they talk about it?
It's what they've grown up with, and they do get that training. The fact that she's been through it before, but you know, to hear her dad last night talking to Allison Camerata and saying, we just couldn't believe that. He says it was mathematically impossible. They thought that it could happen to their daughter again, and now it is.
Here we are, and she's right. Something has to be done. The system did fail her.